Alright, what's up YouTube? It's been a while since I made a video, but this is the little stereo system. It's a 10-inch kicker and a Jensen JPA1150M. I got this for $30. It was worth it. It's nothing fancy, just for a little bit. If it lasts a year or two or 6 months, it's all good then. It's a one channel mono. It's really nice, and it was pumping. It was actually really kicking two 12s, and we put it in my pop's truck or his car with his 210s. But the box is either gonna be that box or the other one that we have. It's a Sony. No, it's a Rossford Fosgate. I don't remember which one. I think it's Rossford Fosgate. Also, I got my shocks, Gabriel's Ultras. I haven't put them on yet. We're probably gonna do it this weekend. Well, actually, probably not this weekend. I don't know, probably a couple weeks or two. Because I've been spending my money on stuff and kind of broke right now. So, let's see what else. Sorry about the mess. Go outside. Suzuki car. Bodywork, that's still the same. I already got the tie rods in. It's registered. It's passed inspection and whatnot. I painted those door kick panels, or whatever you want to call that. The airbag and this as well. I got the window tint off the back. It's a lot better. It really needs a cleaning, but I kind of don't want to clean it now because of when we start doing more body work and start sanding it for winter time, because I might paint it this winter, because that's when less bugs come out and whatnot. You guys already know about the header, the little radiator cap. I had to put a new radiator because the other one started leaking on the bottom, down in these corners by the seam on both sides. What else? I got new radiator hoses. Come to find out, when I revved it, this was causing it to vibrate, causing that noising sound. But I think I still got to get a new belt for it. But what I did was I put a bolt there, and then I had a bolt right there. Oh, where's my finger? Right there, where my finger is. There's another bolt, but I took that out because for some reason it always squealed. It wasn't loud, but it was annoying, and regardless of how much I adjust it. But once I took it out, it doesn't do it as much as it, or it's very little, if not any. The tie rods, I don't know if we're gonna be able to see these guys. Yeah, they're all in the boot. New battery terminals. What I had to do was these injectors back here. I don't know if you can be able to see them. Well, these two over here were leaking. Not like leaking where it was pissing out fuel, but leaking that it was getting air into it, and wasn't allowing it to. When it was idling, it would go up pretty high at startup, and I put all new O-rings on the injectors. I put a new throttle body gasket on it, new spark plugs, and a new coil, because the other one that was on here, I haven't tested and seen if it does it yet, but I drove it for a little bit. But we'll really see, because the other one, what happened was after about 35 to 50 minutes of running it, it'll throw a check engine light saying misfire. And then when you check the voltage on this, on each part of the coil, it'll be over what it would actually recommend. So we're gonna see if it does. Hopefully it doesn't, but Other than that, what else? So far I've replaced on here was the IEC, throttle position sensor, fuel injector, O-rings, throttle body gasket, new hoses, new spark plugs, air charge sensor, map sensor, coolant temperature and sending temperature unit thing, I guess you can say. The EGR is not new, but it's off of a junked one. What else? The only thing I have not changed that deals with the sensor is the cam sensor. Oh, and the crank position sensor. Forgot about that one. The camshaft sensor and the knock sensor. But there's another one that's over here. I don't know what that is. On this side of the block in the back. I don't know. I know the knock sensor is like right down here. It's right next to the crank. They got battery terminals and filter and oil change and new coolant and whatnot, and the headlights. But that's what I've gotten so far. Also, I put some MB quartz in the back side of the car. I put them back there. You can probably see them, the little tweeters. But I put those on the back because they didn't fit in the front, so I just left I put the cam ones back in. Or I just took this one off to see if it actually fit. But so yeah, it sounds really good, but once I get that sub in here, it's gonna sound so much better. What else? I didn't fix it, but I just threw a cap on here. All of this does is for the speed. Say if you're at 1, you can speed it up just a little bit, but it doesn't really matter to me. I took the dash out. I've fixed the light bulb, because at 100 to 120, the light bulb that was right there was blown. Also, I've already changed out the fuel sending unit. I'm just wondering why it's really slow. Say if you're filling it up or using it, it doesn't really respond properly the way it should be. I already changed the gauge, and the gauge seemed like it was the worst, so I put the old one back in and it seemed a little bit better. But I know it's not supposed to go like super fast, but just to me it seems kind of slow. The airbag was painted. It's so much better in here. Sides of how dirty it is right now, it's like super dirty. We also painted that, and I didn't really do the side view of it. It's like the body work. Besides the pictures I posted on Facebook. Ow. Ah, that really hurted. But I probably gotta put a little bit more paint on it, and then wet sand it again, because we had a little bit too thick of sandpaper. That's why it's all scratched up. Just put another coat of paint on it and then wet sand it. But this side we've barely gotten to. We probably put like 3 pastes of Bondo on it. Once we get a little bit more, it's gonna be so much better when we get that primer on there. Also, I've put on new sway bar links. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. Focus there. Yeah. There you go. Sway bar links right there. I put new rotors on them, but they're not new. They were off the junkyard car. They're a lot better than my old ones, and I'll show you why. The exhaust is just some eBay exhaust, but it's really deep compared to other cars that I have had. There's another one. So yeah, it's slowly getting there, and I'll show you the other rotors. Or I'll show you this one first. See, it's very little like you can scratch and you can feel it just a little bit, but compared to the other one, that is ridiculous. They're so bad. Like you can really feel it. They're just really worn out. Sorry about the mess. Here's the other ones. Let me find something that we can use. There's a penny outside, but I can use this. This garage is a mess. But here. That's all. That's a lot worn out on both of them. But I still need to get new emergency brake, or the e-brake pads, because they're all worn out on mine. I have adjusted almost all the way out, but it's still, I have to have the brake all the way up. But we're getting there. Probably just gonna get some seat covers to cover this up and reduce the stitching from coming up as much, or just keep it all in there. And then down the line I'll probably get some eBay racing seats and make my own bracket for the seat posts, because pretty good at welding, so I think that'll be easier. I think this one of these doors is not closed. There it goes. What else? What else have I done? Trying to think all the things I've done. Besides the headlights, they're really, oh, and they got them adjusted. And that was like 20 bucks. It cost me to get it re-inspected because it was $1. 30 something bucks to get it inspected again, because it almost failed it because of the stupid fog light. The light was gone. So the guy, it was regular $17 for the stupid fog light lamp, but he brought it down to $8, and then the fee, you know, for shop work and whatnot. But everything's good to go on it, and there's a little system that might be going into it. Well, I know the amp's going to it, but the actual sub itself, I don't know. So yeah, peace.